So if a cow drinks a gallon of water, it's gone forever. Or is it?
This is United A-Holes, a video cast discussing cultural topics with no filter.
Welcome back to Area 41, Nestle's favorite spot on the internet. Don't you love them?
Fuck that company.
They only pump a few million gallons of water a day out of the country, but that's not even worth talking about.
Well, shit, we're almost out then.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Why
do they have cows?
Yeah, they must have a few somewhere. They make Nestle milk, so...
You make sure you drink all of that. Don't waste any of it.
Yeah.
Same for you.
So,
Water wasters.
Yeah.
I am a little bit, dare I say, pissed off at the whole goddamn works of the world right now. Everything, just all of it.
All of it. Start at the beginning and tell us.
Well, there's not much
First,
to say.
he said, "Let there be light," and there was light.
And he saw that it was good.
It's going to be
Not 6,000 years ago.
be a year-long episode.
Not 6,000 years ago. I'm only talking like 2
Are we going to have the evolution versus creation episode right now?
No.
There's no
No,
debate.
we're not.
I mean,
We don't have enough time to cover that topic. I'm ticked off because I keep seeing these posts about to grow an avocado or to raise a cow or get a pound of beef or to have an almond or whatever it takes X amount of water. It's that water. It's 3,000 liters of water for 1 pound of beef or 15,000 liters. I think it was the last number that I read that they considered to be factual. Right. 15,000 liters of water to make 1 pound of beef. And I'm like, yeah, but it's not all in that pound of beef.
That's a big fucking bloated cow.
Yeah. So I get it. Yes, it took 15,000 liters per pound for that cow to raise it and grow it and to grow the food that it eats and whatever else.
no, not to count the water that the guy who looks after the cattle drinks because he has to go to work and it's, I mean, you could make that number gigantic.
If you want to dig far enough.
We need to stop giving animals water, I think.
That's what it sounds like. So
dehydrated cows. I mean,
the issue I have with it is the way they portray the argument is that water is gone.
yeah.
That's my issue. I don't disagree that it takes water to run a farm or that it takes water to feed an animal. Or whatever.
What are you going to do? You going to drink cow piss? I mean, that's all that comes out.
I'm not beyond having it on my
If you boil it right, you can.
I mean, it's no good. After the cow drinks it, it's no good, right?
Yeah, it's no good. It's gone.
Yeah,
the water's gone.
Yeah.
That's
We have a finite amount of water, and when it's gone, it's gone.
It's gone. Yeah,
That's right.
That's it.
Yeah.
So I know you guys are being facetious right now, but you're actually right. Because the number, which the 15,000 number is wrong, but there is a number, it's called blue water. They actually broke it out, blue water,
blue,
gray
green,
water, green.
Right. Yep.
The water they're talking about is in aquifers, and that water isn't coming back. And that is the clean water. And once that's gone, we're going to be in a real bad place.
How did the water?
So where is it? Yeah, where is it going?
Where did that come from?
Years
originally?
and years of runoff from glaciers that no longer exist.
Okay.
So we can use ocean water and desalination and whatever it's called.
Right.
Water still exists, but it's no longer clean.
But we could clean it.
We could.
Right.
Do we not now?
No.
Okay, so I want you to clarify something for me, and maybe I'm just completely misunderstanding how this system works. I drink water in my home.
Yep.
It's from an aquifer.
It's from a well, yeah.
What is an aquifer? Sorry, that's a new word to
It's
me.
a reserve of water underground.
Okay.
It's been there for a very, very long time.
Right.
Yeah.
So I drink the water. I urinate. I flush my flush. I've used more water. It goes into my septic system. My septic system is designed to pump into a leach field. That leach field does two things. One, it drains through the ground, through filtration that way. The other way is evaporation.
And the leeches drink it.
And the leeches drink it, yeah.
Yeah.
The stuff that goes into the ground proceeds to go through the same limestone cracks, etc., that wells are existing in and goes back to the water table.
A portion of it does, yes.
Okay, so I'm not missing the point that some of the water fills the aquifer back up.
Some of it, yes.
Okay.
but not nearly at the rate that we're using it. Then that's the problem.
Okay.
So even with rainfall and
Rainfall normally doesn't get back down there. It doesn't seep in fast enough. It's all runoff into rivers, which lead to oceans, and the oceans are filling up, and ocean water is no good to drink, obviously.
yeah.
So the biggest issue is we need to clean the ocean water and put it back into the ground, or find a way to do that efficiently. That's what we should be focusing on, not killing cattle. That's going to be my argument for this episode. Has nothing to do with how you raise and eat and whatnot. We need to think of a way to renew our water source.
So it's just usage, period, regardless of what we're using it on. We either need to be more efficient, slow down, or find an alternate source of water.
So we're talking.
It sounds to me like eventually there's an end point. Regardless of how slow we go, we are eventually, unless we get to the point where it starts filling back up enough that it's sort of...
Yeah, if we could
50-50,
equalize, that'd be great, but there's no way we're doing that as human beings
because of
we're human beings
glacier.
and we fucking suck.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, we like to just go at stuff like,
So I'm going to guess that we're talking on a global scale
Yes.
because locally it's not a concern.
No.
Our aquifers are filling every bit as fast as what we're depleting.
On a household per household basis, likely.
Locally, yeah.
But when you talk on a global scale and you have these massive cattle farms, which is why they're the target, you eat beef, there's a cattle farm for it. And the funny thing is that the cattle farms are not in the most efficient place for water. Right? They're in the
I suppose.
they're in the flatlands where
the
they
plains
can
and stuff like that,
range, and they're drawing on a source of water that isn't renewing from anything because there's nothing but rainwater, which doesn't suffice.
Okay.
Oh, there's an interesting statistic. We have 7% of the world's renewable fresh water. Canada.
I did read that they figure that the next war will be fought, the next global war will be fought over water, and I expect they'll be knocking at our door because Canada does have a pile of it.
Yeah. Well, I suddenly don't feel like being angry about it anymore now that Ryan's made me feel the dumb because I didn't know that was that big of an issue.
He has that way about him.
Yeah.
Hey.
The asshole wins again.
It was just coming from him.
Yeah, what does he know?
I mean,
Area 41 science, it can't be disputed.
True that.
you give up too easy.
True
What's
that.
your take, Brent? What do you think?
I think based on the articles that you posted that I read through, first of all, they can't seem to give a proper number to how much. And I know you said beef doesn't matter, but because they're targeted, the numbers seem to be manipulated.
Oh, absolutely.
So what needs to happen is we need factual information, because the minute that it's manipulated, that means somebody's trying to get their own way. And it seems to me that there are people who are strict vegans and vegetarians whose goal, they don't give a fuck about the water.
No,
They
that's
just
right.
don't want you to eat meat
Right.
because they don't eat meat, which is the same as someone, it's a religion for them is what it is. My religion says I can't eat X food, and I don't think you should eat it either because of what I have invested it in. So now I'm going to show you the numbers. Yeah, see? That's how much water it takes to raise a cow versus an avocado,
Actually, avocados are horrible.
but they're really good for you.
They're usually the counter argument to the cow.
Oh, okay.
Because it's not 15,000 when you talk about
Green
blue water,
versus-
green water.
So
whatever
let's
the fuck
clarify
is.
that. Blue water is aquifer, fresh water, potable, drinkable water.
Okay.
Green was rainfall, basically,
Okay.
occurring that way. And gray is like...
Well, gray water is what you get in your septic system.
Right. That's what they consider that. That's wastewater,
Yeah.
whatever. But that can be used at certain stages of the cattle.
There are places in the world that take gray water from washing machines, clothes washers, and that type of thing, and run it through their plumbing for their toilet. They filter
Right.
out any chunks of food and whatnot, and they use gray water to flush their toilets. So
Right.
they are reusing. So there are things that we can do to conserve
I
that
feel sorry
water.
for the dogs in that house.
Drinking from the toilet.
Yeah.
Be an awful
We'll
disgusting thing.
close the lid. Don't let the dog in.
But
Yeah,
then I
but
just have to
animals
listen
have
again when I
natural-
went back to the bathroom.
It's a
So
lot of work.
So what I'm saying is, before I make a definite decision on where I stand,
Wow.
I
Wicked.
want to see actual factual numbers so that we can make decisions that are based on fact as opposed to based
Wait,
on.
there's a fact that I want to bounce off you guys. Overall, it is estimated 25% of Canadians rely on groundwater as a source of drinking water. What's the other 75% drinking?
Bottled. Peace.
Piss.
Cornflakes and
Yeah.
piss.
That would explain the piss.
Water filtration systems, rainfall.
Cities, I suppose, they use a lot of recapturing, right? Like,
7-Up, Sprite, Dr.
Yeah.
Pepper.
yeah.
That was my issue too when I was researching this, though, was that it seemed like every article I read was either so pro or so con
Yeah.
that the bias was in the writing.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
trust what they were saying because, again, it was either something about don't eat meat, which had
Yeah.
nothing to do with the fucking topic,
Yeah, exactly.
or
There's a lot of
it
emotion
was
in those.
shut these vegans down, look at avocados, right? Because avocados were like 700 liters per 100
Look at
grams
them!
or something like
Just,
that.
they're ugly!
It was just short of cattle. To get a kilogram of beef to a kilogram of avocado was real close. And of course, that's the obvious counter argument, right?
Yeah.
So they didn't care about the water in either scenario.
No. It's trying to shut the other guy down.
I think the real source of my anger when I started down this path of looking at this one thing is just the whole way culture is running right now, where everything is a polarized topic.
You're either
And-
right or you're wrong.
And whenever you go looking for any data, you never get factual information anymore. It's all spun from someone wanting to achieve a end result from that data.
Yeah.
Where I'm really tired of that process. I want just the numbers so I can make my own decision.
I would dare say, though, that the human ingenuity, should we get to this point, and we probably will. I mean, like Ryan said, we're humans. We're all assholes. We're not the only ones, folks. The rest of you are part of the tribe.
Now they're going to want to be on the channel.
We'll start a movement. Water. Don't waste it. Taste it.
No, you can't taste it. That's you wasting it.
That's right. That would be counterintuitive to. I like the chant. Don't get me wrong. But if you're not wasting it, you ain't tasting it. He's giving me the look. I made something cute and funny, and you're fucking tearing it apart, you asshole.
It fits. Right up your ass, my foot.
It fits where you sit. Is that the next chant that we're learning?
That's right.
39% of the total
Puts the
area
lotion in
of
the basket.
Canada drains into the Hudson Bay, and a further 36 drains into the Arctic Ocean, 15% into the Atlantic, and 10 into the Pacific. Wow. So our surface freshwater pretty much all goes to oceans one way or another.
Isn't most of Canada's surface freshwater flows northward? How does it flow up? Makes no sense to me.
Oh, yeah.
Hams.
God damn. It's that magnetic hill in Moncton. That's
Oh
what's
yeah, I
going-
suppose. Yeah.
Tasting it's not wasting it. You need water to fucking live.
Oh, you still on it?